In this video, I'm going to show you what it takes to make your first $10,000 online. All of these steps are not going to make sure that you'll be making $10,000 in no time. This is going to be a short video, let's stay locked in. Let's get right to it. $10,000 is not going to be an amount of money that changes your life completely, but it is an amount of money that can make sure that you can live completely online independently. So step one of the most important steps is your mentality. These are the things that you want in life. So your mentality has to be in order. And making sure that your life is in check before you even try and go on a journey like this. If you're really serious, you gotta make sure that you got the right people around you and you're making the right lifestyle choice. Cool to have fun and all, but you gotta make sure that you're taking care of business and staying on top of everything. Because if you're working on something and you're building something, you can't be lazy and there's nobody that's gonna hold you accountable. You gotta be the CEO of your own life. That means distractions, partying, all of that has gotta take a back seat to the business if you wanna make money online and be serious about it. With that being said, moving right on to step 2, goal setting. Setting clear and achievable goals is crucial when you're trying to start an online venture. Take some time to define the exact amount you want to earn, the time frame that you plan to do it, and even if you don't hit these goals, it's important to make goals anyway. My opinion is make short goals that you know that you can achieve, something that you can chip at each day and just get better at, and make it a habit of crushing your goals. It's a good way to figure out what's important to you and why it's important. It also gives you a good moral compass of where you want to go and sets you up for the future of being organized as well. Making sure you're on top of everything, making sure everything is done in a timely fashion. There's a lot of tools online that I like to use. One is called Planning. I use it on my phone, just mapping out my everyday, the task I gotta do for that day, just chipping away with it. Also setting up my everyday schedule. Things I'm gonna do as soon as I get up in the morning, all the way down to the things I'm gonna do as soon as I lay my head down to go to sleep. All right, let's keep it moving. Step 3, choosing a profitable business niche. This is so important because you want to spend your time on something that you know is profitable and you've seen it done before. To make substantial money online, you need to find a niche that aligns with low competition or high enough demand to be able to thrive in that low competition. And it also has to be something that you're passionate about. Choosing something that you're passionate about is important because you won't get bored with it and you're going to stick with it and make sure that you're consistent. It's that big thing that I always say, you got to do your research.
I gotta look at that. I gotta go do some research and check that out.
We're going to talk more about this in part 2. We're going to have another part to this video where I'm going to show you all the exact businesses that I personally have run, businesses that I have made profitable personally, not something that somebody else has done, but my exact layout of how I run these businesses, how I make money with them, and I'm going to give it to y'all for free. So wait for that in part 2. But I recommend doing your own research.
I gotta do a lot of research. I gotta do some research.
Making sure that you find something that aligns with you and your goals. You can use tools like keyword search, trends and analysis to make sure that you can uncover those hidden niches that are lucrative and you might have a passion in. All right, y'all, step 4, consistency. I know y'all heard it a million times, but nothing works without consistency. If you know that business makes money and you're going through the proper steps and the proper ways of going about it, you don't stop. You just keep going and keep going and keep pushing. If you know it's profitable, you've seen somebody do it in the past, and there's no reason to stop. Stopping is just another way of saying I quit. Keep going until the business grows, or as soon as you see that first profit. And it might be $1, it might be 50 cents, but the only thing that profit is proof of concept that it's possible. So as soon as you get that first dollar, or even if you haven't got there yet, you don't stop until you get to your goal. That's it. A lot of people don't realize this because they don't see the front end of the business, but majority of businesses out there take years, months and months and months of consistent work every single day to make the businesses work. But there's ways that you can get around to make it easier on yourself, like having a mentor, or having somebody who knows exactly what they're doing in that business to show you the ins and outs, so you don't have to go through the hurdles and the ups and downs. Step 5, creating value. This is so important. I don't see nobody on YouTube talking about how important it is to create value. It's the simplest rule in business and one of the most important ones. If something has a potential value, people are going to buy it, period. So if you build something or have a service that people find valuable and you put it in front of the right people, they're going to buy it. For example, somebody buys a Louis Vuitton bag and then they go and buy a McChicken. There's one thing that these two things have in common, is that they have a perceived value. I'm not saying that the same value that you put to the McChicken is the same value you're going to put in the Louis Vuitton bag. Of course not. But I'm saying that they both have a perceived value. The way that value is measured is by their price. But the bottom line is they both have value. And that's the reason that the person went and paid for that item. It's because they felt that it was valuable for what they were able to exchange for it. So the only thing you have to recreate is how you can put that value into your business and display it to others. And we can talk more about that in part 2, but just keep that in mind, is that you want to focus on value. Value is everything. The only thing that you have to do as soon as you get a value set in your service is just putting it in front of the right people. Marketing, as well as strategic planning, is all you need to do from there. That's it. What I like to do personally in my businesses is sell the vacation. You're selling an item or a service, you want to show the person what it looks like by having that item or service in your life and how it can make their life easier or how it can make things quicker for you. So you always sell that vacation and make sure that you're displaying the value first before anything. Don't focus too much on the product. Don't focus too much on the service. You want to focus on an emotional interaction with the person that's buying. That's it, y'all. Remember, the journey requires dedication, perseverance, and continuous focus. Stay focused on your goals and utilize the steps I talked about in this video, and you're going to be on your way to making 10K online. Just make sure that you watch part 2 so we can get into the examples of the exact businesses that I use and the exact ways that I run. If you found this video helpful, make sure you go hit the thumbs up button. If you have questions, leave me a comment underneath this video or leave me a DM on Instagram. I'll make sure to get back to y'all. Appreciate y'all for watching.